Royal Holloway, University of London. Founded by Thomas Holloway and opened by Queen Victoria in 1886 as a college for women only. Today, it serves as a seat of learning to over 9,000 students of every gender, race, nationality and faith, a storied building. Tonight, we will travel back through time and see one of those stories, all the way back to 1891. A time of great upheaval, and the winds of change are just beginning to stir in Britain. A young woman, 19 years of age, has just begun her studies at Royal Holloway College. A woman whose sacrifice would become the face of a revolution. Her name?
Emily! We've got a lit lecture in 3 minutes and Morris will skin us if we're late. Professor Morris might be the dullest old fart I have ever had the misfortune of sitting in front of for 3 hours.
You said that about Pritchett last week.
I'm fairly certain he fell asleep mid-sentence at one point.
Anyways, what are you doing about this taming of the shrew essay?
I was thinking of listing the numerous ways Katerina should have disemboweled Petruchia.
Eviscerate has a C in it.
I was overexcited.
Clearly. Do you expect to graduate like this?
I suppose I could edit it a bit. How are we supposed to hand it in? I was thinking of tying it to a rock and throwing it through his office window.
You should probably just hand it to him. Letter from home.
Dad's not well again.
Same as before.
Doesn't say. He's in hospital. The doctor isn't sure if he'll pull through.
And what does that mean for you?
Nothing. Yet. Mum can't pay the hospital bills forever, especially if Dad isn't working.
And
if Dad isn't earning and Mum is paying bills, my tuition goes out the window.
Emily. You shouldn't have spoken to him like that.
I shouldn't do a lot of things.
Then why?
Why? Because I'm the only one who's willing to tell him off. To make sure he knows he cannot speak to us like children.
He's set in his ways. You're wasting your time. He'll never listen, and you'll only get yourself kicked out.
What does it matter?
Of course it matters. Why do you say that?
There was another letter.
Emily.
I'm going home next week.
He won't listen to your words. You'll have to show him with deeds.
Emily Wilding Davison left Royal Holloway before completing her studies, following the death of her father. From there, she became a governess, never ceasing to pursue her academia. She studied in the evenings and eventually saved enough money to enrol at St Hugh's College, Oxford, where she earned a first-class honours in English literature. She went on to join the Women's Social and Political Union and fought day after day for women's suffrage. Her fight ended on the 4th of June, 1913, when she fell under the King's horse at the Epsom Derby, attempting to tie the suffragette flag to the reins. But her sacrifice was not in vain. She became a martyr for the suffrage movement, and after a long fight, women were given the right to vote. Today in the UK, women now have all of the same social, legal, and political rights afforded to men.
Thank you everyone for coming to what has been the first projection mapped event at Founders Building since it was built.